Hello, everyone. It is November the 9th, 2021. That is an 11:09. Be very careful today. Keep your eyes open. Use discernment in all things. Not saying anything will happen, but this is it's an occultic number, so just be careful. Today, I'm going to read Psalm 46 to the chief musician for the sons of Korah, a song among Alamoth, song upon Alamoth. There is a page break in between, so hopefully I won't mess this up too much. All right, Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof. Selah. There is a river, the streams whereof shall make the glad. Sorry, try that one again. I told you that page break was going to get me. There is a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacles of the Most High. God is in the midst of her; she shall not be moved. God shall help her, that right, and that right early. The heathen raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. Come, behold the works of the Lord, what desolations he hath made in the earth. He maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow. He breaketh the bow, and cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariot in the fire. Be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. Amen. That one was all over the place. I am very sorry for all of that. Uh, Still going to put it up there, warts and all. Wow. This one is it was a big one. If I would have just said it right. Let me try it again. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Yes, he is. Amen. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea. Therefore we will not fear, because God is our refuge and strength. Though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof. Selah. There is a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacles most high. River, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of God. Huh. Sorry about that. Um, Makes me wonder what they're talking about. Streams whereof shall make. I wonder if it's a literal river or if it's a. I don't know. See, with Psalms, you have to wonder if they're talking about something literal or they're talking about something something that may not be real or something that we just haven't seen. Makes you wonder. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her. That right early. That is a weird way of saying that. And that right early. The heathen raged, the kingdoms were moved, uttered his voice, the earth melted. Which we see a lot of. The Bible constantly says that the heathens will rage when these things come to pass. When the world starts changing, the heathens will rage. And we see a lot of that. More and more, these children or these adults pretending to be children. Anytime you anytime you go against anything they say, they will just sit there and scream. I don't know how many videos I can see of grown adults screaming at somebody else right into their face because they can't get their way. It's like I've said this before. When you refuse to at least spank your child, when you do this whole timeout thing where you just let the child just sit in a corner and whine and cry. When you let a kid cry itself to sleep, that's one thing. Whenever our granddaughter was about 1 year old, and she would come over and she would spend the night, and everybody kept saying just let her cry herself to sleep, and it bothered me. I just said there's got to be a better way than that. I mean, you can't just letting a kid cry itself to sleep or cry itself doing anything. That can't be good. There's got to be some kind of something that happens in the kid's mind when you do that. I don't know. But a lot of these kids were, they just didn't get their way and their parents just let them throw a fit on the floor. I'm sure a lot of those now are the same ones that when they can't get their way, they just they just stop and just cry. It's depressing, really. Just know that you just can't fix those, and they're just maybe the father can fix. It. I definitely know that I can't. Can't talk to them, especially if they're going to act like that. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. Come, behold the works of the Lord. What desolations he hath made in the earth. He maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow and cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariot. Because Father can do whatever he wants to. A lot of people don't understand that one either. Good or bad, the Father allows it. And he allows the good because you've listened to him. And he allows the bad because you didn't listen. That's I can use this word literally what the Bible says. If you follow my statutes and follow my judgments, I will give you good. But if you do not, I will bring desolation and all the other bad stuff down upon you. Book says, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Oh, okay. I feel better. Is that the line? The one that Obama used? Be still to know that I am God. Is that the one that the way that he said it? I think that was because they love and think that they're so. I heard a little bit more about the concert that happened. Yeah, Astro World. I got a little bit more information about it. Um, and it's interesting that as soon as I said that, we just don't get massive trampling deaths at concerts that I was skimming through BitChute and came across a WKRP in Cincinnati episode. Yes, there's people that actually upload that kind of stuff to BitChute. Guess you just can't find those anymore. Um, and it was the one where they were having the Who concert in Cincinnati, and they tackled the Who concert where they rushed the building. The fans rushed the building, and 11 people got trampled. So of course, just like everything else, that I say one thing and then I turn around and I get shown something else. That's God's way of showing me how things work sometimes. Um, I was talking about the concert and I was saying it just doesn't happen. And then sure enough, I get reminded of that and I stop and say, "Well, okay, so there's that." Now, granted, that wasn't during the concert. That happened before the concert. And it was somewhat different. I don't know. I know that it took place in December, is what it said. And, everybody was outside freezing and they weren't opening the doors fast enough and everybody bum rushed the doors. Of course, with this concert, just this Saturday, I remember waking up in the morning, or at least, afternoon, mid afternoon, stopping somewhere along the line and seeing the videos of these kids tearing down the front gates. So apparently this guy, I don't know, is his name Travis Scott? Scott Travis. I don't know what the hell his name is. Apparently he's instigated riots before. He's instigated crowds to do bad stuff before. So you're already going into this knowing that this guy pushes the line. You already know that this is a thing. This is how it starts. So the day of the concert, you have all these kids swell through the front gates, just straight broke through security. And I remember watching a video because there was a lot of them that were apparently you had to have your injections to be able to get in. That was part of it, and there was a massive slowdown at the gates because they were having to check everybody's status, I guess, and they decided to break down the gates. So that's how it started. So watching the videos that I was watching, and they were talking about the surges of people towards the stage. I saw them pulling several people out of the front of the front of the crowd, which is what they do. You pull people out of the front of the crowd. But there were videos of guys having seizures. There were videos of people falling over dead. They weren't that close to the stage. Now, granted, there were a couple. There were the people that were screaming. The one video of the girl and the guy that get up there and try to get the cameraman's attention to try to stop the show. That was pretty close to it. Just the whole thing, and not just that. Okay, you had the whole. I didn't mention this either. This whole satanic vibe about this show from the posters to the stage setup to what was actually going on. I mean, the stage was set up like a mountain with this gigantic round portal in the middle of it that I saw the video for one of them for um during one of the songs. There was just weird stuff going on in the background of these videos going on, way before anybody got hurt. People were showing the videos of those things, but then that stuff happened, and the show didn't stop. This guy just kept on going. He never stopped the show. Now, I can't say, because I'm a musician. I was a musician. I haven't played in a long time. It's hard to know. I mean, the biggest crowd I played when I was playing a guitar was maybe 300 people, 500 people. I don't even remember now. Um, it's hard to know what's going on in a crowd. Most times you can see a lot. You really can, especially if they have a decent amount of house lights up. I couldn't even remotely fathom what 50,000 people look like, if there even was 50,000 people there. I don't even know. So I couldn't say, just what they could and couldn't see. I know there's the one video where it looks like he's standing there looking down, watching paramedics pull these guys out. And of course, everybody was talking about how they were trying to get ambulances in and things, and people were like literally dancing on the ambulances and stuff. And it just seemed like the whole thing was a nightmare. Just the whole thing was just a complete mess from beginning to end. But there was still that vibe of evil to it. When you really watch those videos back, you just feel like there's something not right about the whole thing. And that's something I didn't cover yesterday. And we can go on and on about how much more evil these shows are becoming. These little, instances of they want to put this little tiny thing here that, oh, they think it's cool because it'll piss somebody off, but it's like if you really get down into the cultic origins of what this thing is, it's you don't want this in your show, but they put it in anyways, and I could do an entire show just based upon the imagery that bands put into their live shows. And if that energy is, I don't want to say satanic enough, but if that energy they put in that show is as palpable as they make it, people will rush the stage. Especially if you have the imagery of a portal on the stage that's trying to draw you in, and the whole concept of that show, from what I saw, was about breaking through to other worlds. It's about going through the portal to the other side. About, if you want to get into the actual understanding of it, it was about giving your soul over. And I think that's where I want to go with that. I want to kind of get that understanding out that that's where they were taking it. Just heard a beep. What was that? My house has been making some weird noises, especially lately. It started getting colder, and my house has just started making, you know, all kinds of groans and stuff. But I just heard a beep I've never heard before. That was weird. I don't know. But I guess that's what I want to say about it. I really don't know how else to put it. I there, I could do whole videos, and there's other people that are breaking this down way better than I ever could because I just don't have the time. Um, Go hunt them out. BitChute would be your best bet because at least there they have somewhat of a voice. There's other places now too. I guess Odyssey and what's the other one? It used to be Library. Library became Odyssey, but then there's a couple other ones. I cannot remember them right offhand. I guess I should look. I'm trying to get subscribed to all of them. Brighteon, yeah. Um, this Freedom Social. I know this looks more like a Twitter thing, not really a video thing. But yeah, there's different places where you can find better truths than what you're going to get on YouTube. Holy smokes. YouTube is just. I'm surprised that the founded Earth Brothers, who used to be the Flat Earth Brothers, I'm surprised they're still on YouTube. They toe the line, but still, they surprised they're still on. And then of course there's other guys that are still on that you're just like, yeah, yeah, they can't tell total truths, but they're still on somehow. Apparently, there's a big, well, not really a big. It's a truther war right now. I don't know why. I just find it ridiculous that instead of instead of trying to figure out a way to fix what's happening, people have decided that they want to call others out. It's like I don't want to get involved in that, man. I just want to tell the truth. I just want other people to see the truth. I want other people to not be sucked into this nightmare that the normies are going to be sucked into just because we can't get the normies to wake up. Uh you just, no matter what you say, you just cannot get these people to stop and take a look around. They just refuse to listen. And it's just so sad. It really is. Um that's all I got for you today. I really don't have much else. Day 2 of an hour mandatory overtime. Yay. Getting through that. Still have no furnace. The guy was supposed to call. He never called. So we got to call him. And hopefully we can get that done. And then, whatever else. Trying to get this house together. Trying to get it winterized so that we can, you know, hopefully make it through the dark winter. Stay safe out there, guys. Do whatever you can to prepare yourself for whatever's coming, for whatever they have planned for us. I know there's a lot of people that are fighting the system right now, and you need to not only pray for them, but you need to help any way you can. If there's petitions that need to be signed, if there's anything that we can do to help. We need to try to at least help. I don't know how. Um, they're definitely trying to push us into fighting back, and honestly, I have no problem with that at this point. Even though a lot of other people do, people seem to think that we can still reason our way out of this, and that's fine. Last ditch effort, but I'm gonna tell you what right now that if you want to believe the history of the revolution, if you want to believe the history of the revolution, the forefathers of this country would have already fired the first shot by now. That's a guarantee. But people are trying to do it responsibly, so we'll see how that goes. Other than that, I'm gonna go get off here so I can go to work. Thank you guys for listening. Love y'all. God bless. Do not live in fear of this world. God is our strength. He is our salvation, and whatever it is that He wants us to do, He will let us know. All I can do right now is pray because there are so many. They are now targeting the children. And that is the most evil and vile thing that you can do. Is target the children for anything. Sick. All right. God bless everyone. Uh, just watch out for today. 11-9. This is if you do the date completely, it's an 11-9-33. So I'm sure other people have other ways of looking at it, but I'm just saying it's an 11-9. And the last big number we saw was an 11-9. So just it is definitely a season of evil. Definitely a season of evil. All right, guys, later.